Last year, when factory Kawasaki pilot Craig Warner won his record-breaking 5th Long Beach to Catalina and back race, he stated that records are made to be broken. It seems very fitting that once again, Craig Warner would have fresh ink to contribute to the record books of the 2015 Hot Products Long Beach to Catalina and back IJSBA Offshore Endurance National Championships, as he once again pulled the trigger to defend his title against 32 other racers with dreams and aspirations of their own. The buzz leading up to the race was all about conditions. Hurricane Dolores had made waves over the previous few days, and those waves, as well as the remnants of Dolores itself, were making their appearance in some areas of Southern California over the weekend. But as race day dawned, neither the storm or its waves appeared to be a factor for the race.
Yeah, I heard it was supposed to be really rough and windy and 4-foot swells and stuff, but you know, getting here this morning, there's not an ounce of wind or breeze in the sky, and it's sunny and clear. So hopefully there's a little bit of a swell where we can kind of catch some air and have fun. But I'd rather have rough water. You know, that's kind of what I like, and hopefully we do okay in the smooth. Or if it's rough, this new setup actually has no turbo lag, so it's going to be a good benefit to it, and it's a little bit more reliable. So, I mean, it should be good, and the setup's good, and just kind of hope for the best.
Once again, Craig was running the R&D turbo package on his Kawasaki Ultra 310R, now with a solid year of refinement and tuning since acquiring it. His biggest challengers look to be PWCOffshore.com founder Mark Gerner on his Kawasaki Ultra, and IJSBA Racing living legend Mike Klippenstein out of Canada on his Yamaha FX SVHO. This ski also utilizes an R&D turbo kit that can propel it to sustained speeds in the mid 80-mile-per-hour range in flat water. If the race stayed flat, Mike would have a distinct advantage.
You know, we tested the water last night. We're on the water till dark. Choose a little bit of different prop setup combo this morning. Hopefully the wind gods will answer my prayers and be calm today, but there will be some swells. We got the right setup, I think. Learned lots on the AquaX Tour thing around handling on these new Yamaha FXs. Applied all the learnings. Got a super awesome, reliable R&D turbo package from Bill Chapin. I'm going to go for it right from the when the flag drops. Got the GPS is dialed in, one for on the way there and one for on the way back, so I won't get lost, and we're ready.
By the 15-mile mark, Klippenstein had all but caught up to the leaders, though on a vector decidedly north of Warner. Gerner was right there as well on his R&D turbo-powered Ultra. Flanking Gerner was offshore racing veteran Lee Fan out of Santa Ana, California, on his Pro-Am Open Spec Yamaha. In 5th place, the other Tom Cruise, out of Oceanside, California, was leading the charge in the Vet Master Division on his PWC Offshore-supported Kawasaki Ultra. In 6th overall was the 4-stroke stock class leader Santiago Kwan out of Whittier, California on his Yamaha. As Warner approached and rounded the boat marking the turnaround point, interesting things happened. Warner's 9-second lead evaporated to basically nothing as he reset his GPS for the return, and Klippenstein used the boat like an apex point on a closed-course buoy, and the drag race back to Long Beach was on. Gerner was 30 seconds back from Warner at the turnaround. Fan just 7 seconds behind Gerner. Gerner is a well-seasoned and experienced offshore competitor and can lay claim to as many podium finishes in this race as anyone. He had made the decision earlier that morning to run his R&D Turbo Kawasaki as opposed to the R&D Turbo Yamaha FX SVHO he had sitting next to it on the trailer.
We've got a turbo-powered Yamaha that's been a 9-month project. We've got a year-long project. We didn't have any success last year, obviously, on this Turbo Kawasaki. This has also been about a year-long project. The turbo is probably a 93-mile-an-hour boat, the Yamaha, tuned down to about 87. And the Yamaha, the engine is a phenomenal engine, and its ability to be receptive to a turbocharger. But again, the Kawasaki hull continues to be the best rough water hull. So if it's 3 foot or 3-footish, you want to be on the Kawasaki. If it's less than 2.5 feet, you probably want to be on the Yamaha. So again, my hat's off to my crew. Couldn't do this without them. They've worked countless hours in prepping these boats. And again, I'd like to take my hat off again to Josh Paddock and Pee Wee Price. Those two guys are just fantastic.
From his position some 30 seconds behind Klippenstein, Gerner witnessed one of the greatest battles in the history of the race, as Warner did everything he could to pressure Mike into making a mistake. And suddenly, the proverbial walls came crumbling down upon Klippenstein when his ski sputtered to a stop some 10 miles from the finish. Mike attempted to make repairs, but anything over a slow cruising speed was unsustainable. Meanwhile, Lee Fan had problems of his own and was dead in the water, preparing to go on the hook for an unfortunate DNF. For Craig Warner, letting off the throttle wasn't an option, as Gerner kept the pressure on. The end result, Craig Warner wins his 6th Long Beach to Cat victory in race record time, 51 minutes, 21 seconds.
So it was a good start. I had a great start. I was leading out of the gate. I led actually the whole way there. And as soon as I hit the turnboat, I had to slow down and change my GPS back to Long Beach. So I switched it, I looked over my shoulder, and what's his name? Mike Lippenstein is right there. So I kept going, and then he passed me, and he just didn't have really good lines for the GPS. So I just kind of played cat and mouse with him, and just let him keep looking over his shoulder and worry about me, and kind of push him to break his boat, you know, riding really hard, and it obviously works. So we're the first one back, and Kawasaki, Monster Energy, Jet Tribe, everybody, good job, thank you.
So, wow, looks like a $2 clamp broke. I run really good clamps on all the exhaust clamps, but yeah, that clamp broke, led the whole way back from the turnboat. I was just toying with Craig just to make sure I hit my right waypoint. 2 GPSs, knew where I was going, and lost all my gas. So it was unfortunate, but you know, we'll put 2 clamps on there next year and we'll be back.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, strategic ways and good boats win races. Not always the fastest one wins.
Mark Gerner finished a mere 31 seconds behind Warner, followed by Michael Perry, Jeff Lane, and Long Beach to Cat sophomore Curtis Marker. Marker's 5th place finish with his Yamaha FX SVHO was good for the win in the 4-stroke stock class. So huge congratulations to him, and to Tom Cruise taking the win in the Vet Masters division. Congratulations to all of the champions and competitors in this year's Hot Products Long Beach to Catalina and back IJSBA Offshore Endurance National Championships.
Woo! We gotta do some more so we can secure that record for life.